Hello guys, in this video we're about to explore the top 10 amazing and interesting science tricks that will totally blow your mind. These aren't just illusions, we're talking real science with everyday stuff you can find around the house. Ever wonder how a balloon can be fireproof? We've got the answer. So put on your thinking caps, grab your safety goggles because we're about to embark on an epic science adventure. Let's get started. Have you ever tried to make something float that just, well, shouldn't? Today we're going to defy gravity with a simple paperclip. Now you might be thinking, Bill, paperclips are made of metal, they're denser than water, they sink. Everyone knows that. And you'd be right, normally. But we're going to use the power of science, specifically something called surface tension. Think of water molecules at the surface like they're holding hands, forming a tight film. Gently lower the paperclip onto the surface of the water using the fork. The key here is to be super gentle, go slow, and try not to break the surface tension. If you do it just right, voila, the paperclip will float. This, my friends, is a perfect example of how science is all around us. Isn't that amazing? Now you can impress your friends with this trick, and when they ask how it's done, you can tell them all about the wonders of surface tension. Okay, science fans, let's talk about eggs. We all know what happens when you drop an egg splat. Not pretty. But what if I told you we can transform an ordinary egg into a rubbery, bouncy ball? Sounds crazy, right? But with a little science, anything is possible. The secret ingredient? Vinegar. When these two meet, they react, creating a gas and slowly dissolving the eggshell. Here's what you do. Grab a glass jar, gently place an egg inside, and then fill it with white vinegar, making sure the egg is completely submerged. After about 3 days, carefully remove the egg from the vinegar and rinse it off. And now for the grand finale, gently bounce your egg on a hard surface. See? Science can be delicious and bouncy. So there you have it, folks. You've turned a fragile egg into a bouncy ball using the power of chemistry. Hey there, secret agents. Ever wanted to send secret messages that only your fellow spies could read? Well, get ready to unlock the power of invisible ink. And the best part? You probably already have the secret ingredient in your kitchen. We're talking about ordinary lemons. Dip a cotton swab into the lemon juice and use it to write a message on a piece of white paper. Let your message dry completely. It'll practically disappear. Now for the exciting part, revealing your secret message. Gently hold the paper up to a heat source, like a light bulb or even the warmth from a lamp. Watch as the heat reveals your invisible message. This trick is not only fun, but also a great way to learn about oxidation and chemical reactions. You can impress your friends with your secret agent skills and teach them a thing or two about science. Alright, science explorers, get ready for a trick that's sure to make you say, how is that even possible? We're going to push a sharp skewer straight through a balloon without popping it. It sounds impossible, but trust me, with a little science on our side, we can do anything. Here's the deal. Balloons are made of rubber, which is made up of long chains of molecules called polymers. When you inflate a balloon, you're stretching out those polymers. To perform this trick, you'll need a balloon, a wooden skewer, and a little bit of vegetable oil or petroleum jelly. Dip the tip of the skewer into the oil. This helps it slide through the balloon more easily. Now carefully find a spot near the top of the balloon where the rubber is darker and less stretched. Gently and slowly, twist and push the skewer through the balloon at that spot. Keep pushing until the skewer comes out the other side, again, aiming for a spot where the rubber is less stretched. And there you have it. You've successfully pierced a balloon without popping it. The skewer slips between the stretched polymers, preventing the balloon from bursting. It's a fantastic demonstration of the properties of polymers and the power of observation. Are you ready for a dazzling display of color and science? Today we're going to turn ordinary milk into a swirling, twirling work of art. This experiment is super easy to do, but the science behind it is seriously cool. We're going to use a simple chemical reaction between milk, dish soap, and food coloring to create a mesmerizing show of movement and color. Here's how it works. Milk contains fat and proteins, and dish soap is designed to break down those fats. Get ready to be amazed. Pour a thin layer of milk into a shallow dish. Add a few drops of different colored food coloring to the center of the milk. Now, for the magic touch. Dip a cotton swab into dish soap and touch it to the center of the milk. Watch in awe as the colors explode outwards, creating a mesmerizing dance of swirling patterns. The dish soap weakens the surface tension of the milk, causing the food coloring to spread and mix. The fat molecules in the milk are attracted to the soap molecules, creating a continuous flow and mixing of colors. This experiment is a fantastic way to learn about surface tension, chemical reactions, and the properties of liquids. Plus, it's just plain fun to watch the colors dance and swirl. And have you ever wished you could inflate a balloon without having to use your lungs? Well, with a little help from science, we can make that happen. In this experiment, we're going to use a chemical reaction to create gas that inflates a balloon all on its own. The key ingredients? Baking soda and vinegar. When these two household items combine, they create a chemical reaction that produces carbon dioxide gas, the same gas we exhale. And guess what? That gas is more than happy to inflate our balloon. Here's how to do it. Grab an empty water bottle and use a funnel to pour about half a cup of vinegar into the bottle. Next, carefully spoon a tablespoon of baking soda into a deflated balloon. Stretch the opening of the balloon over the mouth of the bottle, making sure the baking soda doesn't fall into the vinegar just yet. Now for the exciting part, lift the balloon so the baking soda falls into the vinegar. Watch as the mixture fizzes and bubbles and the balloon magically inflates. This experiment is a classic for a reason. It's a simple, safe, and fun way to learn about chemical reactions and the properties of gases. Get ready to boogie down with a science experiment that's sure to get your raisins moving and grooving. This one is super simple, but it perfectly illustrates the power of buoyancy and gas bubbles. For this experiment, you'll need a glass of clear carbonated water and a handful of raisins. Drop those raisins into the glass and observe what happens. At first they'll sink to the bottom, but then something amazing occurs. The raisins will start to rise to the surface, covered in tiny bubbles as if they're dancing. It's like a miniature disco party in a glass. Hold on to your hats, science fans, because we're about to attempt something truly daring. We're going to hold a flame to a balloon and see if we can make it, wait for it, fireproof. Now I know what you're thinking. Fire and balloons don't mix. And you're right, normally they don't. But with a little science, we can bend the rules. The secret to this trick lies in the amazing heat-absorbing properties of water. Water is incredibly good at absorbing heat, much better than air. When we fill a balloon with water, we're essentially creating a heat shield. Carefully hold the candle under the water-filled balloon. Watch closely. The balloon doesn't pop. The flame from the candle heats the water inside the balloon, but the water absorbs most of the heat, preventing the rubber from getting hot enough to burst. Hey there, groovy science fans. Remember those lava lamps from the 70s? Those mesmerizing blobs of goo slowly rising and falling? Well, get ready to create your own version right at home. It's a fun, easy, and colorful way to explore the principles of density and convection. Here's what you need: a clear glass jar or bottle, vegetable oil, water, food coloring, and an effervescent tablet, like Alka-Seltzer. Fill the jar about 3/4 full with vegetable oil. Next, add water until it's about 1 inch or 2 from the top. Now, add a few drops of your favorite food coloring. The food coloring will mix with the water, but not the oil, creating cool, colorful blobs. Break your effervescent tablet into a few pieces and drop one piece into the jar. Get ready for the show. The tablet will react with the water, creating bubbles of carbon dioxide gas. These bubbles attach themselves to the blobs of colored water and cause them to rise to the top of the jar. When the bubbles reach the top, they pop, and the colored water sinks back down, creating a mesmerizing lava lamp effect. This experiment is a great way to learn about the different densities of liquids and how heat affects the movement of fluids. Get ready to harness the power of static electricity with this electrifying experiment. We're going to make a paper butterfly magically flutter its wings. No strings attached, just pure science. Static electricity is a buildup of electric charge on a surface, and we can create it with everyday objects. Here's how to make your butterfly take flight. Cut out a butterfly shape from a piece of thin paper or tissue paper. Color in your butterfly with bright colors to make it extra special. Lay your butterfly flat on a table. Now, grab a balloon and inflate it. Rub the balloon vigorously against your hair or a wool sweater for about 30 seconds. This will create static electricity on the surface of the balloon. Slowly bring the balloon close to the butterfly, but don't touch it. Watch as the butterfly magically lifts off the table and flutters towards the balloon. This is because the static charge on the balloon attracts the opposite charge on the butterfly, causing it to move. This experiment is a fantastic way to learn about static electricity and the forces of attraction and repulsion. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these science tricks, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you next time, stay curious.